Howdy folks, welcome to day 13 of our van build. Today I got in a little bit earlier, got some work done online in the other businesses, and now I've got to catch up with yesterday's work because I was going to do this installation yesterday, which I obviously didn't get around to because I convinced myself that I didn't have the right tool, which in fact I this morning remembered I do have. Weird what the brain can do to you sometimes. But anyway, so got the right tool, going to get the job done. What I need to do today is I want to get this done, and then I need to make a sign, like a little canopy for a mate of mine, old Dave on the island. He's got his little laundromat business, and we need to make a steel sign that he can put on the back of his little baby truck. So those are the two things that I need to get done. The steel truck was planned for today, the steel sign, and then now I got to catch up on this. Another thing I have to get done today, which we'll see, is since I don't have steel-tipped Crocs, I have to go down to Marks and go and get myself proper steel-tipped boots so that I can start wearing the proper safety gear when I work. But in the meantime, let's just get this bulkhead installed. I have it up to there yesterday. I need to tighten it all and then put it in. So what we're doing is we are not actually tightening the bolts all the way. We are just letting them, we're just letting them, we're just putting them in and holding them, and then once we've tightened it on the sides, we will tighten all the bolts. But like I said in the other video, it's kind of weird. I don't know, it's just kind of a crappy design. Just kind of a crappy design, all things considered, but hey. It does go significantly faster when you use the correct tool and not the ratchet. So it's not that bad. So technically, you're supposed to do this thing. This bulkhead comes with 5 pieces. It's the left side, driver's side, the center panel, and then you've got the passenger panel. And then there's this little thing, which is a pocket that goes on the door. Now, technically, according to their instructions, you should put this on first. I didn't do that because I haven't made up my mind exactly where I want to put it yet. So I decided I'll just rather leave it for last because it's not important. You can put it on either side. I would assume it would be better on the inside of the cab. But anyway, we'll figure that out. It's not very important. And then the last part is the bit that goes on top. So that one is for a normal roof, and then this one is for the high roof, which I have. Anyway, actually very simple, very easy to do if you have the right tools, or if you realize you have the right tools, which I guess is where we are at now. So I'm just going to move it into place over there, get this one up and put it into its place. There we go. And then we just need to get some bolts, a couple of screws and washers. And I guess it is better to do this as a 2-person job so that you don't have to like bend and stretch like this. But this is where we are at. The important thing is to get it done, I guess. Because the center part is can also work as a door. You can buy a door conversion kit, and then you can open and close the center part. it's a little bit shorter than the rest, hence it's a bit of a balancing act. But once you got the first bolt in place, then it starts being easier to line the rest up. And most of these holes are already pre-existing on the sides to fit the unit. Of course, one of my problems with these tiny little screws and things is that I got fairly fat fingers, right? So it's not always easy. And this is just like, it's the right tool, but it's not the exact right tool. It's literally, you know, the issue that you deal with here in Canada is that half the stuff is in inches or metric and half the stuff is in Imperial. So sometimes you don't have the exact right one. It's close, but it's not exactly. This one is actually the right one. Awesome. This one is in millimeters and not in Imperial. All right. See, once you got the right stuff, it just goes significantly quicker. Okay, how many holes do we have? We got one here. Right, we got one there, right. Another thing I would like to get done today is to actually order the vinyl, but I'm just going to forward this section so you guys don't have to watch me do the slow stuff. Maybe I'll play you another AI generated song. I'm having so much fun with those things right now. It's just it's just mind blowing actually. It's fun and it's scary, to be honest. It's 2 in 1. But there's no point in fighting it because it is what's going on, right?
Yeah, get it up now. Cut it, lift it, line it just right. Bulkhead's going in nice and tight, measure twice. Drill that hole, reggae rhythm in my soul. Fits in the bulkhead in the tire van. Doing it easy, yes I can. Turn the wrench and make it stay. Working on the reggae way. Slide it up, lock it in place. Smile on my face in this small workspace. From the floor to the roof, yeah, it's looking sweet. Got that bulkhead job complete. Fits in the bulkhead in the tire van. Doing it easy, yes I can. Turn the wrench and make it stay. Working on the reggae way. Bulkhead done, reggae one. Job complete, time for fun. Bulkhead done, reggae one. Job complete, time for fun. Out there.
All right, so we've got the unit together. I must be honest though, you know, WeatherGuard, this unit is specifically made for this van, theoretically. But it's just, I don't know, just doesn't align so lekker. Like up here in the corners, this top can't get to the front because there's this foam here on both sides. So I'm going to need to cut a little bit of the foam out in order to get this thing flush mounted. So WeatherGuard, well, I suppose I get it. They're not going to, for every new version of the van, go and redesign it to perfectly fit, especially not since I bought the cheapest available option, I guess. But the reality is, you would have thought that it would fit a little bit better. But I suppose every year the new models have got different things coming out, and these guys have made this design like 10 years ago, and they just stick with the same thing. Suppose if you buy the cheap bulkhead, you got to make it fit, right? Anyway, so that is it. Now we need to mount the bulkhead. We've got a bunch of screws and stuff here, and a bunch of self-tappers. So we're going to start on that side, because that's where we have there's already holes in the body that it's going into.
Oh man, it's getting hot in here. Sweat dripping, now I work all day. Bulkhead fighting me every way. So I'm beating down through the metal roof. This van's a sauna, that's the truth. Hot van reggae, I'm working slow, sweating like a pig, but I still won't go. Hot van reggae, keeping my cool, even when the heat's breaking all the rules. Tools in my hand, but my shirt's all wet. Every bolt I turn, more sweat I get. Could fry an egg on this metal plate. Working in a van when the heat's this great. Hot van reggae, I'm working slow, sweating like a pig, but I still won't go. Hot van reggae, keeping my cool, even when the heat's breaking all the rules. Drink some water, take a breath, wipe my brow, back at it again. Hot van life, that's how we roll. Bulkhead done, yeah, that's the goal. Hot van reggae, I'm feeling fine, working through the sweat with the reggae line. Hot van reggae, keeping my cool, even when the heat's breaking all the rules.
All right, folks, look at this ingenious little things. So on that side, there's already threaded rod or threaded hole, so you can just bolt the thing into the van. But on this side, there's only holes. So what they do is they give you this little thing that you put into the metal, and it actually expands behind the body to make to give you a threaded hole that you can actually fill in. And you've got this whole tool. So what you do is you put this in, you stick it in the hole, you hold it with a spanner, which I'm going to have to go and get, and then you turn it in, and what it does is it actually bends the metal at the back, and it clamps the whole thing into it, which is, you know, really, really cool. So there's three holes over there. I'm going to quickly go do that, but let me just get the correct spanner.
Yeah, man. Twist it, crimp it, lock it down. Got a little hole in the metal sheet.
Alright, and there you go. Let me show you what it looks like. Excuse how sweaty I am. But check it is. So that's the little fitting. And now we can just put a screw in. So I got 3 more to go. Yay, with a hand. And I'm already sweating like a pig. But anyway, we do what we do, right? That's the beauty of it all, is that I'm not scared to do things. I mean, I know whatever it takes, it can be done. Sometimes it's a little harder than you anticipate. Sometimes you sweat a little bit. But it's not impossible. It's entirely doable. What did they say? Measure twice and work once. Let's rather make sure we are at the right one, because, you know, one of the worst things is when you screw up something and you've got to do it over again. Let me just get this out of the way.
Metal holding firm, yeah, it's nice and tight. Pop it out, the job's done clean. Best little trick that you've ever seen. Rhyming out a reggae, lock it in place. Twisting and turning with a smile on my face. Riving out a reggae, solid and true. Now the bolt fits like it's brand new. Rhyming out a reggae, lock it in place. Twisting and turning with a smile on my face. Riving out a reggae, solid and true. Now the bolt fits like it's brand new. From the van walls to the gear I mount, every little Rivnut's gonna count. Working in the heat, but I'm feeling fine. Reggae in my head, keeping time. I'm a Rivnut reggae job well done. Back to the beat in the summer sun. You know. Rivnut reggae, lock it in place. Twisting and turning with a smile on my face. Rivnut reggae, solid and true. Now the bolt fits like it's brand new. Rivnut reggae, lock it in place. Twisting and turning with a smile on my face. Rivnut reggae, solid and true. Now the bolt fits like it's brand new.
Alright, bulkhead's technically mounted except for a few things. We need to put the screws in the top and we need to put the screws in the bottom, which are actually surprisingly harder than you would have thought, because for some reason the inside of the cab comes out a little bit further. There's this, like, you know, the roof, that foamy part. Let me show you. So that thing pushes from the inside against the bulkhead, pushing it back, which is not ideal. But yeah, once again, I suppose these things are, you know, they're bulk made and they're not always the same. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to put 2 screws in. I'm just going to put 2 self-tapping screws, one on this side, one on this side. I'm going to leave the center. And for now, I'm going to put the screws in the floor, because, you know, I still need to decide whether I want to maybe do a door and what else is going to be mounted over here. So I think we're good. So we did get these self-tapping screws, and we're going to see if we can get one of them in at the top there, in to hold this. All right, that one's in, and it's got the thing in place. There we go. Bulkhead is secure. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is that the main reason the bulkhead is here is to protect the people inside the cab from stuff moving that way. So having only 2 screws in the top doesn't make such a difference, because it's never going to really push that away. So we're good. All right, I'm just going to put 2 on the floor as well. Just one over here. All right, folks, the very basic first phase of the van is done. We got a bulkhead, we got a floor. Now the rest needs to start taking shape. This one here didn't fit nicely, but I'm not going to take everything off now just for that. I'll just put a self-tapper in there a little later. Like I said, first thing I need to do is, now that I've got all of this in place, the odds that I'm going to have to take it off again is actually fairly decent, because once I've decided where everything else goes, that's when the final layout will happen. So the first objective for the day, well, the first objective for yesterday, get the bulkhead in, that's done. Now we need to move on to getting the sign made, but I'll put that in a different video, because technically I suppose it's not part of the van build.